welcome to a very early episode of Asexualized, My Sexual Life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please hit the great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. The link is down below if you want to check that out at the end of this video. And I'm also the founder of asexualist.com and the founder of Asexualized Academy, which is the world's first online training centre and school for asexuals and asexuality. So in today's very beautiful episode, as you can see the sun is out, or well, the light is out, should I say, we are going to be discussing 5 things to look for in a potential relationship to avoid heartache and heartbreak. Now, I have made some headline notes on a piece of paper so I can remember exactly what I'm talking about, because I want to be very precise and concise in what I'm saying in this video to help you. So the first point that you should definitely look for in any potential relationship is the person's attitude towards a relationship. So, for example, when they talk about a potential relationship, are they looking forward to being in a relationship? Are they looking forward to spending time with that person? Are they really longing to be in a relationship for the right reasons? So they're longing to be in a relationship because they want that companionship. They want to form a strong emotional connection with someone. They want to have that deep, long-lasting love. Is their attitude one of cherishing a relationship, one of where if that person comes into my life, I'm going to really take good care of them, I'm going to cherish them? Or is their attitude one of blasé, one of like, well, I've been single for years, what's the point in a relationship? Well, it's great to have someone, isn't it? But you know how it is. You don't want someone who's blasé, someone whose attitude is just like, well, I've been single for years, what's the point in me having a relationship now? But I wouldn't mind one. And not really into it. You want someone who's equally going to be investing his time, his thoughts, his energy, his feelings and emotions, or hers, or they, or them. I'm saying his because I think about guys when I say this, because I'm a heteromantic. But it's not, you know, it's not just applicable to guys. You know, the person, the he, the she, the him, the them, the person that you're interested in the potential relationship, where it's female or male, are they as heavily invested in finding a potential relationship as you are? So for example, if you've got a woman and she's not that bothered where she's in a relationship or not, it's going to be no good for you. There's a big difference, a huge difference between an independent woman, for example, who values a relationship, who wants to be in a relationship, who looks forward to it, who wants the romance and magic of it, yet realises it's going to be hard work and they've got to put time, effort and energy into it. It's not always going to be plain sailing and smooth sailing. To the woman who, for example, is like, well, I take it as it comes. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. How many times have you seen in profiles people like, I've got a happy-go-lucky personality? You know, or I don't take life too seriously. You don't want someone like that. Yes, they may be great to hang out with. Yes, they might be all right for a mate. But you don't want this type of person for a relationship, the happy-go-lucky type who doesn't take themselves seriously. If they don't take themselves seriously, they are not going to take your relationship seriously. They're not going to do it, not to the deep extent you need for a long-lasting, fulfilling relationship. You know, why aren't they taking themselves seriously? Life's a serious matter. Yes, you can be light-hearted, you can joke and have fun, but not taking themselves seriously? I mean, why? Why wouldn't you take yourself seriously if you mean serious business in this life? You know, you want someone who means serious business in life, someone who's very focused on what they want in life, someone who knows exactly what they want. And this is coming on to my second point. Have they got clarity? The person that you're interested in, have they got clarity? Are they clear, dead clear on the type of relationship they want? Do they know ideally what type of person they want? In terms of personality, do they know the character traits they're looking for? Do they know the hobbies and interests ideally they want to share with the person? Some will be deal breakers, some will be ones that you can compromise, some will be ones that you're not that bothered about. But does this person that you're interested in, do they actually have clarification on exactly what they want? You know, the type of person they want, the personality, the looks. Do they know where they want to be in the next 5 years? You know, have they got clarification in their own life? Do they know where they see themselves in 5 years' time? Because if you see yourself, for example, in Australia in 5 years' time, they see themselves in China in 5 years' time, you've got a real huge problem. The relationship is not going to work before it starts. So don't bother going there. You know, if a person is like, I don't know what I want, you don't want that type of person. Take all that energy that you would be wasting on that person who doesn't know what they want and put it into people who do know what they want, or a person for a potential relation that does know what they want. You don't want to keep spending years of your life bumbling along with someone who really doesn't have a clue where they're going, what they're doing with their life. That type of person is not going to be good for you. You know, even as friends, I mean, even in my friendships, I like to know where I stand with people, you know? I like to know if people intending to, like, leave the country. You know, because if they are, I need to make sure that I'm equally more so spending time with different people. So I'm not, you know, like investing so much in that friendship that if they leave, it's going to be so hard for me. Do you see what I mean? I need to make sure I have a few friends, at least good friends that I trust. So if one person goes to another country, abroad, moves, I'm okay with that because it's like I've got a life of my own, you know? So are they clear? Do they know what they want when you're looking for someone in potential relationship? Obviously all this stuff applies to yourself. You know, your attitude towards relationships and your clarity on what you want. You know, it's not just a one-way thing. This is two-way. But the stuff that you're looking for in another person to avoid heartache and heartbreak is the stuff that you need to sort out yourself. And if you're not prepared to do that, don't think about having a serious committed relationship that's going to be healthy and work out, because it's not. It blatantly isn't, okay? So, I've got my piece of paper here still. So, number 3, the third thing you must look for in a potential relationship to avoid heartache, heartbreak, and a lot of pain is, are they playing hide and seek? You might be thinking, what am I meaning by this? Are they playing hide and seek? Right, so things to look out for in hide and seek, right? On ASAP, I've mentioned this before, there's an asexual dating social network app. It's used a lot for dating. A bit like asexual Tinder, where you swipe through people's profiles. I haven't been on Tinder, but I've just been told that's what it's kind of like. And so, so getting back to it. So, are they playing hide and seek? So if you go on ASAP and you see anyone in there whose relationship status is ask me, or profession is ask me, unless they're working as an undercover agent for the SAS or something, you know what I mean? It's, you know, like, why are they being secretive about their profession? Why are they being secretive about anything? You know, it's ridiculous. They don't need to be secretive about their profession. And then why are they being secretive about the relationship type? Because that tells you they want some sort of secret investment in a relationship. It wants to be secret. Why do you want a person who's going to have secrets from the world or from you? Because if they have secrets from the whole world, they're not their true, authentic self. What secrets are they going to have from you? And why would you want them to have lots of secrets from you? Because secrets means they're up to stuff that they're not being transparent about, they're not being clear about, they're not being their true, authentic self. I need someone who's open and honest. You need someone who's open and honest. You do not want someone who's playing hide and seek, right? And there's another thing to look out for. You're having conversations with someone, right? And you were having conversations with someone, and basically you're talking to them. And as you're talking to them, they won't reveal everything about themselves. Like, they'll be cagey. And again, that's because they're secretive. There's things they don't want you to know. So a prime example for this is maybe you've got a new friend or something, you're talking to them, and you say to them, they say, oh yeah, I was online talking to someone earlier. Well, it's human nature for you to say, well, who was that? because obviously we're curious people as human beings. You know, you want to be saying, well, okay, who was that? Because it's just natural, isn't it? But if they get cagey about who it was, then why would they get cagey about it if they want a potential relationship with you to share their life and world with you? They wouldn't, you know, if it's a friend as well, why would they want to hold back from that? Because they're not investing any relationship stuff in you. You're no threat to them with concealing stuff like that, or with you're no threat to their emotional state. So why would they conceal that from you? It's just bizarre. So you don't want to be getting these hide and seekers, as I call them, you know, someone who's secretive online. You get a lot of them. I get a lot of them. I mean, the thing is with asexuals, a lot of asexuals are secretive. But that's not good for a long-lasting relationship. You cannot have a long-lasting, sustained relationship healthily and be really free in the relationship to be who you truly are if you're both keeping so locked up about your identity, you know? I mean, do lesbians lock up their identity forever? Do gays lock up their identity forever? No. Because at one point or time, they're going to have to tell their family, their friends. And the people who don't, they're going to have really hard relationships. Because they're always going to have to be dodging the parents, because they don't want the parents to know, dodging the parents' questions, dodging their friends' questions, dodging their, people's questions. Why? Why do you even need to do that? You don't. You just be yourself. If people don't like it, that's their problem. That's their life. It's not your problem. Why invest so much of your time and energy worrying about people that really don't matter? Obviously, if you're living in a dangerous environment, if you're in a country where you're likely to be physically hurt over something to do with your identity, then that's not good. You need to obviously try and get out of that situation. But you're not going to be in a position to have a healthy, happy relationship. So when I'm talking about these 5 things to look for in a potential relationship to avoid heartache and heartbreak, you want to avoid being with someone whose circumstances are not right for you, because they can't be their true authentic self, so you can't be your true authentic self with them in the relationship, because you'll always be hiding. You'll always be hiding with them. You can't speak to their family, their friends. You can't, go around there and have a chat to them if it's like that. That's not a long-lasting, sustainable, healthy, loving relationship that's that you want to be investing your time in. It's better to walk away from this type of thing. You don't need that. You don't need that in your life. There's thousands of people. There's thousands of asexuals around the globe. Yes, I know it's hard to find the right one, and I agree with that, but it doesn't mean to say you can't do it. And it is better to be single than get the wrong person for you. Number 4, self-analysis, okay? Does the person self-analyse their behaviour, their attitudes, and the way they live their life? Are they a conscious being? Maybe I should have put, are they a conscious being, or are they a subconscious being? So what I mean by that is, are they living knowing what they're like, understanding themselves, trying to improve themselves, which is coming on to point 5 of self-development and self-improvement. So 4 and 5 kind of go together. 4 being self-analysis, living in their conscious state, being aware of what they are, having the ability to say sorry. If the person cannot say sorry to you ever, do not be in a relationship with them. Obviously, if you're like that, don't let them be in a relationship with you, because you're not good for them. If you're looking for a potential relationship with someone and they can't say sorry to you ever, they're not apologetic about anything, don't be in with them, because they are likely a narcissistic person. This is the type of person that will twist and manipulate you, which is a person you never ever want to be with, and is bonus number 6 if you like. Make sure you are not going to be with a potential person that is narcissistic in characteristic traits. So let me go to point 4 first, because I've kind of amalgamated 4, 5 and 6 together. Point 4 is about self-analysis. Can they say sorry? Can they look to themselves as in a conscious way, analyse their good points, their strong points, their weaknesses, their strengths? Because even if they've got weaknesses, if they know they've got weaknesses, that is a strength. Because they know they're not perfect. They know there's some things about them that aren't good. Okay, so that is number 4. Self-development is number 5, where they're prepared to change those things about themselves that aren't good. They're prepared to work on themselves, to hone their talents, their skills. They're prepared to say, look, these stuff I'm not good at. I need to change. You need to look for a person who's willing to change, because if you're going to be spending, say, the rest of your life with that person, I'm talking about a long-term committed relationship in this video, not someone who you're just dating for a few nights or a couple of weeks. I'm talking a long-term, serious, committed relationship. If you want to avoid potential heartache and potential heartbreak in a relationship, you need to find someone who's willing and able and does develop themselves. They're constantly developing, growing themselves. You do not want someone who's going to stagnate, who's just going to say, well, these are my weaknesses. I'm not any good. That's it. You don't want someone like that. If they're no good for themselves, they're no good for you. They're not going to look after you. They're not going to emotionally take care of you. You need someone who's going to emotionally take care of you. You know, that's the most important thing. If they emotionally abuse you, that is just going to wreck your life. You don't want that type of person. So you want someone who's self-analysing and into self-development. They are saying, I'm going to change. I need to change. It may take them a long time, right? They may not always be able to do it straight away. They may not want to change everything about themselves. There's certain things that you might not like about them. They don't want to change because they don't see it as a weakness. They're happy with it, in which case they're not for you either. And like I said, with the 6th point is don't go for someone who's narcissistic. So someone who can't say sorry. So that goes back to the self-analysis. If they self-analyse and realise they've got weaknesses, a good person, when you are, a good person, if they've upset you and you've upset them, you'll be able to say, I'm really sorry about that. I didn't mean to hurt you. And you'll be genuine about it. And you won't do it very often. You know, like, for example, for every 5 good things, there might be one thing that's not so good that doesn't happen in the relationship. But if you're finding there's more negatives than positives, even as a friendship, don't go there. You know, so make sure this 6, you look for someone who can say sorry. If they can't say sorry, that's a trait of a narcissist. A narcissist thinks they're right all the time. A narcissist can't ever say sorry. If they ever do say sorry, there's one exception to that. If they ever do say sorry, it's to their advantage. They'll say sorry to manipulate you in some way. That's the only time they would say sorry. So you might find they say sorry to get a reaction out of you, to manipulate you into their way of thinking. So you put your guard down. I've known some narcissists like that. You know, they might be, oh, sorry I upset your feelings. You know, but they might put a spin on it like, I didn't realise you were so sensitive. See, so they're being apologetic, but in a nasty, manipulative way. So you're feeling like, am I oversensitive now? You know, and you're putting the blame on you for the reason they're saying sorry. Like, it's your fault, really? Do you see that twist? So narcissists are very cunning people. They will always turn something around. So if they want something from you, and you say, okay, I want that too, they'll then turn around and say to you something like, well, when are you going to give it to me then? But they're the ones who wanted it in the first place. But they've manipulated and switched it round to you wanting it. So you've got to give it to them. You know, this can be something in a relationship. Like time. Like they can say, oh, well, I want to spend time with you. And you're like, well, I'm busy now. And they're like, well, I'm making time for you now, so you should be making time for me. And then if you're like, well, I can make time later on for you because I'm busy right this moment, it'll be like, well, you should be making time for me now, or, you know, I can't do it then. Even though they said maybe they said they're free all day. You know? So they twist and make things around. I've known someone like this recently, a little while ago, on ASAP. Blocked them. They just twist things and manipulate you. you know, and you've got to be careful because people can do this who are your friends who fancy you. Like I've had guys abroad who fancy me and they just use it and manipulate me, and they can't manipulate me because I'm not easily manipulated anymore and I know the traits. And there was a guy on ASAP today, right, and he is a bad guy straight away. He's got narcissistic traits, and he's a hide and seeker, so he hid his profession. He's like, ask me why does he need to do that? What's the big secret? Why? Then he said something that wasn't exactly making total sense to me because I'm a business girl and he didn't expect that. And then 3, I've told him I'm looking for a relationship in the UK, not with a guy abroad. And, you know, he's like, oh, I live in another country, I'm already in love. And I've said, well, I'm glad you found someone, but I'm not sure if that's aimed at me. Slightly, it might even be aimed at me. I'm not sure, but I've had people before who just quickly come on and start saying I love you within the first 5 minutes. Those people are just narcissistic. They just want you. They think you're vulnerable, lonely, that needing of love, that you'll just be like, oh yeah, this guy says he loves me, so great, within 5 minutes he does, let's have a relationship, you know, because he already started talking yesterday going, oh, let's not talk about that, let's talk about our relationship. We don't have a relationship, you know. He's assuming after 5 minutes of me talking to him that I want to be in a relationship with him. This guy's no good. Do you see what I'm talking about? A manipulative guy. One, he's a hide and seeker, hides his profession. 2, which makes me not trust him straight away. 2 is he's already talking about our relationship. There isn't a relationship. I've only just started talking to him. And he even suggested, oh, you come over here and visit me and be with me. I'm like, why would I be with a stranger off the internet that I don't even know? Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. These people are out there. I mean, I look at him. I just don't think he's asexual even. I know you shouldn't judge back by its cover, but at the end of the day, it's your safety online, isn't it? And I thought, okay, you don't, you know, stereotypically, you don't look like a asexual person. I know this is really stereotyping because I know the type of guy, the vibe I get off him from the pose in the picture, even though it's not overtly sexual. It's the pose and the way he hides his profession. And of course, when he's straight away saying about, come over here and be with me, let's talk about our relationship, which after a few tiny little words of messaging is absolutely ridiculous. And already love, all that is just bodes for a really bad troll type of person. May even be on that app just to troll people. Do you know what I mean? His picture's very weird as well. It's set in a place like he's in a shop full of sofas. And I'm like, why would you take a picture like that there? It's a very posed picture as well. It's like, because I used to work in furniture for years, and it looks like it's a store full of sofas. And he's not the one taking the picture because the picture's from far away. So it makes it look like he actually works there. It's weird. Or who's holding the camera? Is it a friend? Is it actual girlfriend? Do you know what I mean? It's all very rigged. And what he's saying in the messages is very rigged. So I just think he's a bad guy. Whether he's asexual or not, he's not a good guy. But yeah, so, you know, I hope this has been useful, helpful, insightful for you. So I just want to go back through these things that you must look out for and make sure avoid in a potential relationship as well. So I'm going to go through the 5 things and the bonus one more time so you understand. And then don't forget, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below and hit that bell icon to get notified every time I go live like now, post a new video. Let's just recap and then thumbs up. And please share this video with anyone you think may benefit from it, because it's really important that I stop people having heartache, heartbreak and a lot of pain in a potential relationship. You know, because you don't want that. So to recap, number 1 is attitude towards their relationship. Are they looking for a relationship? Do they want a relationship? Is it something they really crave from a good place? Because they just really love the idea of a relationship. They're in love with the idea of a relationship. They want to make a relationship work. They're the type of person you know is going to put an effort into speak to you a lot, message you a lot, see you in person a lot, You know, they're a really good quality person that loves spending time with you, that loves being with you, because they know that they want a relationship and it's from a good place. So I have 2 asexual guy friends, and both of them I know are serious and committed to a relationship before they're even in it. What do I mean by that? I mean they are so certain that they want a relationship. They've got things to work through themselves, both of them. They admit that, so they're into self-development. But these guys are such beautiful guys. They will put time, effort, and energy into a relationship. Particularly one of them, even more so, because one of them knows even more what they want. You know, so that's coming on to the second point. So one is the attitude towards a relationship. Do they really want a relationship? Are they really looking for a relationship? Do they think a relationship's a beautiful thing? Will they put the time, effort, and energy into really making it work? And it's something within their soul that they really want and they envisage for their future. 2, do they have clarity? Do they know exactly what they want? The type of person they're looking for? Ideally, the aesthetics they're after. Obviously, they might not get every single element of these in an actual relationship, you know. I mean, so far I haven't met any foreign guys that are serious about a relationship with me that are suitable for me. I just haven't, you know. And a lot of guys, they don't know what they want and they're not that bothered about a relationship, you know. It's like easy come, easy go. That's not the type of person you want to be with. So, and you want to be with someone who's got clarity, you know, where do they see themselves in the future? What type of relationship do they want? Do they want someone to go travelling the world with? Because if you don't like travelling, because I don't like travelling around the world, that's not going to be a good person for you to be with. Because they're not looking for the same type of things as you. You know, if they like hiking, rock climbing, mountaineering, and you're an indoors girl or guy, or they or them, then what? Why would you even think that'd be good for you? It's not. You know, if that's a big part of their life. So they're clear. Do they know their goals, ambitions, and dreams for the future? Where do they see themselves in 5 years' time? Are they playing hide and seek? Are they hiding their profession, their relationship status currently? Are they hiding their asexual identity? Because how's that going to bode well for the future if you're actually in a proper, serious, committed relationship and you're trying to talk to your families about it? And you're hiding, one of them's hiding. Say, like, for example, I'm open to the whole world about being asexual. I've got a guy who isn't open. That's going to be no good for me because I'm not going to be the type of person that's hiding his identity for him. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself. Do you know what I mean? He needs to be a strong man for me in that way. He needs to be strong and think it doesn't matter what people think. I am me. I'm a strong human being in and of my own right. You know, for me to be in a serious, committed, long-term relationship. I'm not going to hide the fact from my parents the guy's asexual. I mean, obviously, if I ended up being with a guy who wasn't asexual, which I can't ever see happening, then I'm not going to hide that either. I'm not going to hide it from my parents. You know, why would I? You know, I'm not going to hide it from this channel and pretend I don't have someone and keep his identity a secret. It's not the way I am. I don't do secret like that. I keep things secret that he'll tell me about his past and his personal life and stuff like that. It's different. But my relationship with him, I'll keep a certain amount of secret, you know, like like really intimate stuff, like thoughts and feelings and stuff from the past, maybe, and stuff like that. But I'm not going to keep his identity a secret. I'm going to share some stuff on this channel, things that I feel I can share that hopefully he'll understand how I am and trust me anyway on that, you know. And so I'm not going to play his hide and seek. I have an asexual friend and he is very secretive. He doesn't tell his family that he's asexual, doesn't want them to know. I get it because when I was younger and birth certificate age, there was a time when I was a late teen. And, well, actually it wasn't that late. I was only, no, it was early, middle teens. It was like 15, 16, I think. I wasn't so open with my parents about stuff. But that's like when I was, you know, I couldn't legally look after myself. I couldn't leave home. So, you know, I do get that, a bit of secretive. If you feel your parents don't understand you, I do get that. But that's not the type of person you want for a relationship. You want for them to have got to the maturity level that they are open and honest person, that you can talk about anything and everything because you can 100% trust them. If I can't 100% trust a guy to be faithful to me around other people, men, women, or whoever, then I can't have a relationship with that person. I can't be doing with secretive. The more secretive they are, the less I want to be with them, and the more pain it's going to cause me, and that's what it's going to do to you. So make sure without 100% a shadow of a doubt that this person is not a hide and seeker. That was point number 3. So to recap on point number 4, self-analysis. Are they able to analyse their weaknesses and strengths? Are they able to say the sorry word? If they can't say the sorry word, they can't analyse their weaknesses and strengths. And number 5, work on themselves, which is the self-development one. If they can't work on themselves, develop and grow themselves, they are not going to be healthy for relationship, because you are going to say you're with them for like 5-10 years and they're not changing, and their behavior is bad towards you. You know, you've told them, you say, look, I love you, I think you're amazing, however this behavior that you've got towards me, the way you are, is making me feel this way. If they can't take that on board and do something about it, they're not going to be a good type of person for you to be in a relationship with, because they're probably just going to take you for granted and say, well, it's the way I am, sorry, like it or lump it. And they're going to get very nonchalant about the relationship, very take it or leave it then. And that's not the person you want to be in a relationship with. I know people like this. There are people that like me even that are like this. I'm not interested in that type of person. You know, I can't be with someone who is not into self-development and not wanting to develop and grow together in the relationship. You want someone who's going to invest heavily in the relationship, want the relationship because they think it's a beautiful thing to be in. They're, like I said, bonus number 6 is you don't want to be with someone who's ever like a narcissist, someone who can't say sorry, who manipulates you to feeling like everything that you're upset or hurt about in the relationship, when you talk to them about it, it's actually your fault. You don't want someone like this. Someone who's very early on in the relationship saying they love you when they don't even know you. Someone who's not giving their time and attention to you. Someone's hiding something. You don't want that type of person, because it will be abusive. Even if you think they're a really nice person in some ways, there will be underlying things that are going on, which means they're likely to end up being abusive towards you in some form. So be very careful of these type of people. So the 6 points are attitude towards relationships. Don't forget to watch this video from the beginning. Clarity. Are they playing hide and seek? Self-analysis. Can they analyse themselves? And self-development, and look for someone who isn't narcissistic. So those 6 things, because the 6th thing is the extra thing I've given you, but 5 things, make sure you look for all those in a relationship. Go back to the beginning of this video and literally watch the whole video, because these 5 things are so important to look out for in a potential relationship to avoid heartache and heartbreak. I know this from personal experience. I didn't know this before in my life, and I was in very abusive, bad relationships for me, and I plan to never be in those ever again. Yes, I get aesthetically attracted to foreign guys, but the majority of foreign guys are no good for me, because a lot of them have those things. What, maybe not all of them, but have some of them that I've just described to you are things you want to avoid to stop getting pain, heartache and heartbreak in a relationship. I am not going to be with a guy just for aesthetics. In some ways, I wished I liked British guys more. I wish I was more aesthetically attracted to them, because the British guys I know, a lot of them are really good. Well, my bestest friends are really good quality guys, you know, but I mean, we're not suitable to be in a relationship together, because I love kissing. I have to have a guy's into kissing, because that's a really strong physical need of mine in a relationship. I mean, I'm more kissing, I'd say, than cuddling and hugging, to be honest. Even though I like cuddling as well, because kissing and cuddling kind of go a bit hand in hand anyway. But, you know, that's my personal need. So you've got to make sure that you're looking out for all these things in a potential relationship from the point of view of what you're looking for from the other person, but you've got to make sure you've got all these characteristics for yourself as much as possible as well, so that you're good for another person to want to be in a relationship with you, a long-lasting, sustaining relationship. Like I said, this video is not about dating as in I just want someone to date for 2 weeks, I just want to be with you for a short period of time. That's not what I'm talking about. This is a channel where I'm talking about serious, committed relationships. I might bring up a few topics to do with things that other people are interested in, like dating, but when I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about very serious committed relationships. You know, why waste your time on someone for like a few months of your life that's just gonna be in and out of your life like that, where you can put all that time and energy into more productive things? You know, it might not be a relationship, it might be some projects or something. You need to make sure you get the right person for you, someone who's going to treat you with care, love and respect. You know, I know, for example, that I have a foreign guy that's interested, right? And then I have a guy who's my best friend, right? I know, well, I have a couple of guys that my really strong best friend. I know the couple of guys that my strong bestest friends, asexual friends, I know those guys, they value a relationship before they're in it. They look for a serious and committed relationship. They are after someone who they haven't met yet, likely, but they're after a person who really values them as a person, who respects them and they respect back. You know, I know that if I was potentially in a relationship with either of those type of guys, that one, I know that would take really good care of me, even though I'm not aesthetically attracted to them, they would take really good care of me. And I know the other person would satisfy a lot of my needs as well, because they're both serious, you know, but like I said, you know, one's doesn't like kissing whatsoever, so that's no good. We can only ever be friends. And the other person, you know, the asexual attraction isn't there, but the person is so beautiful, and I know they would take care of me if I was with them, potentially like that. So, you know, I analyze everything, even friendships. You know, I do that because I'm always what if, that's just my brain. But it's good to be able to do that, because I can see the difference between the person who will end up in a relationship with either of these guys, if they're the right person for the guys, and me liking someone just because I'm attracted to them aesthetically. And I can't be with someone I'm just attracted to them aesthetically. Although aesthetic matters to me, that's not going to be sustainable for a long-lasting relationship. What's the point of me being with a guy I'm aesthetically attracted to when he's playing hide and seek? He's being secretive. He won't put all his cards on the table. He has things about himself that he don't want anyone to know. He's not clear on what he wants in his life, goals, ambitions and dreams. He doesn't even know what he wants for the next 5 years. He's not that bothered about a relationship. He doesn't value a relationship in and of itself. So he, you know, when he looks at the concept of the word relationship, he doesn't value it. He doesn't look up to it as some sort of miracle that two people can actually form a long-lasting, loving relationship and make it work. Two people that are complete separate entities in and of themselves, because a relationship is a miracle, really, and you have to take care of that miracle. You know, you have to be miraculous, really, to be in a long-lasting, loving, miracle relationship. You know, you have to be outstanding. You have to be someone who's got clarity, who knows what they want, who's got vision for the future, who, you know, this is to have a long-lasting, healthy, loving relationship. Bear in mind, I did a pattern changing course years ago, 2013, I think it was, to show me how to avoid being in abusive relationships ever again. And, you know, they go through the character traits of someone who's a good person to be in a relationship with a healthy, loving person and a not good person. And they said 1 in 3 relationships ends in abuse. It's abusive. So you are looking for the gold dust in the whole world, right? Because you're looking for that 33.3% of people that are not going to be abusive. And then as asexuals, we're looking for the 1% of that 33.3%. And then we've all got all our niche needs. We're not probably going to get someone that's absolutely perfect for us, right? But we need to get as close to it as possible. And we need to be looking out for all these characteristic traits to make sure, and these things about them that I've gone through in this video, to make sure that we've got the best possible chance of having a long-lasting, loving, sustainable, happy, healthy relationship, right? I will not be with a guy, even though I'm really aesthetically attracted to a guy and I may feel romance for him, I won't be in a relationship with a guy who doesn't know what he wants, who 1 minute is saying, like, for example, with foreign guys, oh, I'm coming over to the UK. You know, and you know, I hear that all the time. I'm coming over to the UK. It's like, really? Get on with it then. If you're coming over to the UK, get on with it then. I'm not giving you a visa. I'm not marrying you for a visa. You know, do your own research. Find out for yourself if you really want it that badly. Don't use me as an excuse to possibly come over here. Go and get your life sorted and sort it out yourself. You know, I mean, this is all about what's being a strong person. You want someone who's really strong for you, someone who knows what they want, someone who's passionate about being in a relationship. That's very important. Is this person passionate about relationship? I've got a guy who's foreign who likes me, and he's like, well, you know, I mean, you've been single for ages. I've been single. You know, like, why do you even need a relationship? You know, and it's like, well, if you don't need a relationship, like, there's a difference between needing a relationship because you're needy yourself because something's lacking, and needing a relationship because you put your time, energy, passion into it, and it's something that you feel is a good component to be in your life, you know? So with me, I've been single now for predominantly single for the majority of over 7 years. I've lived on my own here in my flat for over 14 years. I'm happy with my lifestyle, my life, and the way I live in my flat. I want to keep that because why fix something that isn't broken, right? And I'm not broken as a person, I'm whole. However, I do still feel there's this little thing that's how can I put it? I don't want to say missing, as in I'm missing a part, but there is something that I do want a relationship. Really, I do, at the heart of it. But it's only if it's a loving, happy, healthy relationship. I can't be with, like, I know the type of guys I'm attracted to, and none of those type of guys have shown up in my life, the foreign guys, in the way that I need them to actually be in a relationship with. They're not strong enough. They hide their identity. They don't know what they want. They wouldn't want me enough to actually make it happen. They are going along in life, just bumbling along. They're so broken and hurt from the past, they're not even prepared to take the risk of putting themselves out there for a relationship ever again. You know, and so they come from like this weak place, this place of unfulfillment, or within their relationship sense. How can I put it? Maybe unfulfillment's the wrong word. They come from this place of a lack of strength, really. It's kind of like they're happy and fulfilled in their own life, but they do want a relationship, but it's not strong enough. The relationship pull is not strong enough. They're not, like I said, it's all about passion. If you're not passionate about being in a relationship, don't be in one. You know, I know so many people on asexuality.com. They're on the dating site, but I know there's only very few that are passionate about being in a relationship. The passionate people are the ones that, like, yes, I want a relationship. I'm prepared to open my heart to love again, even though I've been hurt in the past. I am going after what I want. I want to be in a relationship. It might take me a long time, but I still want it because I value a relationship. I value that person even before I've got them. And that is the crux of the matter. Do they value that person that's not actually in their life already? Do they value them before they've got them? If the answer is no, then they are not the right person for you. And you shouldn't even, you know, why are you even pursuing a relationship? If you are not passionate, if you are not vibrant and energetic towards a relationship, you know, long, healthy, lasting, loving relationships are ones that take work. They're not ones that you sit by and let things happen and hopefully, oh, maybe we'll meet up tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll go for a cup of coffee every now and again. Maybe we won't. This is a wishy-washy person. It's called a minimum investment person. This is a person that invests a minimum amount of time in you because they don't value your worth. And you are damn well worth your value. I can tell you. People who are those rare diamonds who are looking for a long-lasting, loving relationship, they shine out a mile. I know this because two of my best guy asexual friends are like, they shine out a mile. They are like diamonds in the sand that shine so brightly. So brightly. You know, it doesn't mean to say that they're right for me to be in a relationship with, but I know that whoever is with them, he'll have the most, you know, the most, how can I put it? They'll have the person that adores them. the person that respects them, the person that values their worth and is actually adult. You know, even though I like young guys, I still need an adult guy. So maybe I need to go for a guy who's a bit older, in their 30s and something, you know, so be it. But I need someone I'm physically attracted to in a non-sexual way. So aesthetically, I need someone who I can be comfortable really holding hands, kissing and cuddling, because I need that element. A lot of asexuals are not necessarily like me, but I need that physical component. I do. And obviously with my friends, I don't have that. That's what makes them my friends. And so, do you know what I mean? But I know that these people, they shine out. Like I've got someone interested in me who's this wishy-washy guy who doesn't know what he wants, who, you know, like wants to be friends with me, but it's like, well, I don't want to waste my time and invest my time in someone like that when I need to spend that time on actually getting my life sorted this year, my own businesses, my own finances, and I need to save that energy and time for plowing to people who value my worth, who knows what they want in life, who's a good person for me to be around, who even as a friend will develop and grow me. Do you know what I mean? Will encourage me, will be a good person for me, healthy, loving person from a friendship point of view. And won't hide things from me. Why start off going backwards? I've had that type of guy in my life. I don't want that type of guy in my life. I don't need that type of guy in my friend. Maybe they need me, but I don't need them. Do you see what I mean? I need to save, you know, I have some time, some energy and emotion saved for the person that's in my future, right? This is another thing. When you're looking to get into a potential relationship, right, both you and them should have this sort of like preparation for the person being in their life, right? So you want to be with a person and you want to equally yourself be a person who's preparing for the future you, who's preparing, saying, okay, if I was to have a relationship now, what time can I actually give them? Can I give them 1 day a week? Can I give them 2 days a week? Can I be with them 3 days a week? Obviously, you need your own time and space as well, and to be with yourself and to be with your friends. So you don't want to invest all your time, energy, every single minute of every single waking day with them. That's not healthy. But, you know, like, for example, now, the maximum I could give someone in my life, maximum probably now, is maximum, total maximum is 2 days a week. That is maximum. And I don't even know if I could fit that in at the moment, because that's not, relationship is not my main priority right at this moment. Because I know that I haven't got anyone in my life anyway that I could actually be in a relationship with now, because those people aren't ready. And they might never be ready, and they might never be the right type of people for me to be with in an actual relationship. So, you know, but I have this, you know, I know that 1 or twice a week is like maximum that I'd want to be spending with them in the beginning of a relationship, because I just can't fit in anymore. Obviously, as the relationship progressed, I could see that I'd probably be spending more time with them, but then I've got to be very careful, because I don't want to compromise my life and stop doing what I love, you know. I really need to be building websites. I really need to be doing all my online stuff. Because I get bored very easily. And I think it's very good if I want to keep a relationship alive and happy and healthy for me as well as the other person, not, you know, like, I'd rather spend 2 or 3, well, I'm saying 3 now, but at the moment I can't do 3, but I'd rather spend the quality time with the person. I'm a doing person, so I'm not a Netflix and chill person. You know, if I'm doing that, I'd be like, well, I can be building a website, you know. I mean, occasionally, I will have movie nights with them. Like, I'll say, let's have a movie day, and we'll spend time just eating popcorn, kissing and cuddling on the bed, ideally, if I was in a relationship with them, obviously. And watching movies, but probably might not watch much of the movies, because we'll probably be kissing lots and stuff like that. You know, and that's a quality day with them. Movies, popcorn, chilling, and having a great time. They bring their microwave meals around or whatever they want to cook for lunch. And Bob's your uncle, you know, and great day. Because you can't eat out all the time. You can't be out 24 hours a day dating, because you're just not going to have the money to do it. So you've got to have some quality time indoors and some things you can share. But like, if the person is just watching TV programs, I'm not interested. I'll be bored. I'll be like, you you may as well go back to your own place to do that, because I'm not getting any attention because you're not kissing and cuddling me. You're watching that because you want to and like it, fair enough. Go back to your own place and do that, you know, because it's time wasting for me. I can be doing a website building, I can be doing a vlog, I can be building a product online, I can be helping thousands of people around the world with what I do, rather than sat watching something for an hour and a half, which has no impact on my life because it's fiction. I'm not really into fiction. Apart from in movies, I do like movies, but I'll allocate like a whole day to that. So I'm a hugely productive girl. So if, for example, so this is what I'm saying again, in a potential relationship, you have to look out for lifestyles. Like, can you fit into each other's lifestyles? Have you got the time for each other? You know, what time have you allocated for that future person? You know, how can you see yourself being in a relationship with your current circumstances? If you can't see that, it's not going to happen. You have to be able to envisage it. Like, I can envisage being with a younger foreign guy, kissing and cuddling with him, spending time with him, you know, or a potential partner. I say foreign guy because that's who I'm predominantly interested in and feel attraction for. You know, I don't see that ever changing. It's been like that since 2011 now, the end of 2011. Well, 2012, well, actually 2014, when I found out I was asexual, was when I really realised it was definitely foreign guys. But since end of 2011, when I split up with my British ex that I've been with for 8.5 years, after that I haven't been with a British guy, apart from one guy I did actually allow to kiss me, but I didn't kiss him back, and a club. He looked foreign though, a little bit. He had like short dark hair, he had like a little bit of a foreign look about him. So but I think he was British, but he was in his 20s. I did allow him to do that, but it was weird. He put his tongue in my mouth, but I didn't act back, and his friends just said, oh, come on, we're going now. And it's kind of weird. It's like, your tongue's in my mouth. It's like, normally when I got a foreign guy's tongue's in my mouth, I'm like, great, rah, get in there. But when a British guy's like, I'm consciously aware that feels weird to me. It's a bit like having a pencil going into, trying to sharpen a pencil. It's a very bad analogy because it can be sexual connotations and that. But I'm trying to say it's like sharpening a pencil in a square hole instead of a round hole. It doesn't quite fit, if you know what I mean. That's a pretty bad analogy. I meant it asexually, not sexually. So, you know what I mean? It's a bit weird. So I don't know if I could kiss a British guy. I think I'd have to, like, kind of force myself to try it. And then if I liked it, it would be okay. But if I didn't... But if I force yourself to do something, it's not a very good thing, is it? You shouldn't really be doing that. So really, you want to be looking for someone that, you know, you really know that you're going to be able to make time for. And you've got to have that space in your life. If you haven't got that space in your life... for them, you know, potentially, even if it's only one day a week to start off with or whatever, if you haven't got any space for them, then you can't be, you know, it's not going to work out. So that's why I limit my time to just, like, mostly looking for people online. The majority of the time I'm looking for a potential relationship, because if I just get, say, an amalgamation of 70 online friends for the sake of it, what time am I going to have for that partner in the future? I'm not. And plus, like, I can't do that anyway because I've got too much work to do, really, you know, and I have to, you know, my work is very much a love of my life, you know. It's part of who I am. It's not just work to me. It's something that keeps me going, that makes me active and energized and vibrant and happy. So it's a part of my soul that I need to do for me. It's like a really happy, healthy function for me. It's part of who I am. And so, you know, you have to do that as well. You know, if you've got a hobby, an interest, something you're really passionate about, that person either has to have similar interests in that or complement you in some way. So say that you're really passionate about something, you have an activity you want to do. That person might not want to do the activity, but they have to let you have your time to do that activity. You know, to spend that time on it, on yourself, by yourself, if that's what you love to do. Because if they're not giving you that time and space to spend time on your own doing that thing you love, you're going to get very resentful of them. So you want to be having a person that is going to compliment you, even if they don't actually love doing the thing that you want to do. So, for example, for me in a relationship, I do want someone who wants to go to theme parks with me. It is a deal breaker. That might sound weird to a lot of people, but theme parks are essential to my soul, right? It's something I love to do. Yes, I can do them on my own. I've been doing them on my own for years, but I would like someone to be able to come with me sometimes to some of those, because it's important to me. It's a shared activity that's a loving. I think theme parks are really romantic because they're magical and exciting, and I want to share that excitement with someone, my partner, you know. So obviously you can share it with friends as well, but I do want someone who's going to want to do that with me. Someone who says, "No, I don't like rides, never want to go on any of them." That's no good for me, because it's like a part of my life I could never share with them, and I'd feel that I was holding back and not being my true self. Cinema, I'd like to go to cinema with them, but again, you know, I go to cinema a lot on my own. I still would want to go to cinema on my own a lot as well, especially if I don't live with them, because I don't want to live with the person. So even though I want them living near me, so I'd want to go to the cinema on my own, you know. And sometimes, but I'd want to go with them as well. But I'd want to, you know, like just take off at the drop of a hat, go to cinema. The thing is when you get to go to the cinema together, if I watch like 5 films on my own, then they won't have anything to watch with me. So I don't mind so much if they're not so into cinema as I am, because it's like I might want to do that. It's like with my best female friend. She doesn't go to cinema as much as me, and by the time she wants to go, I've watched nearly 3 to 5 films, and she's got nothing to choose from that I haven't already seen, because I go so much on my own. And it's very good that I self-date and I do take myself out for meals and do take myself out for cinema. So I don't want to lose that with myself. I don't want to, like, every film. I mean, years ago I wouldn't be like this, but now I'm kind of like, no, I need that space. I need to watch films on my own. I like going to kids club in the morning as well at weekends. I don't want to be like asking my other half every 5 minutes, do you want to go to this, and like have to ask his like permission. That's not good for me. But some of the time I'd like to go with him, and you know, and what else, you know, out for meals, obviously, zoos, aquariums, that would be nice to do together. Again, I can do these things on my own, but it would be nice for someone to have that. But say a guy, I've got a partner and he doesn't do any YouTubing. I'm quite happy he doesn't do YouTubing. I'm happy to be the YouTuber. I'm quite happy that he doesn't want to do that. I don't need a guy like that. In actual fact, it's better for me not to have a guy like that. I prefer not to. So I know that might sound weird to you, but kind of like, I like being the centre of the stage in that respect, I guess. And I kind of like it that they're a bit more private than me in that way. So just because I'm out and out, you know, I want them to be able to, you know, like I can mention them on my channel, because if I can't mention them and talk about them and I'm in a relationship with them for years, then that's just be stupid. Because it's like, my audience know I'm going to be in a relationship with someone, do you know what I mean? And particularly on this channel, I talk about relationships. Now, I might make some mistakes in a relationship, you know, and they might make some mistakes, and I'll have to be careful, because obviously there'll be certain things that I'll have to keep between me and them, because I don't want to upset them, and obviously me, I've got to be careful that I speak about things in a way that is complimentary to both of us, not attacking either of us, if you know what I mean, but just explaining to help other people. Like, you know, if I make a mistake or say something and I offend someone, then, you know, I might say, well, with my partner I did this, and, you know, next time I'll do this or something, or they did this, you know. I've got to be careful, you know. I'll be very careful about that type of thing, you know. I might, you know, like for example, at the moment, like something I might share, like, I know it's a bit personal, but I don't want to see a guy naked, right, below the waist, right? But if that ever happened, I might share on this channel how I felt about it. I might say, you know, like, I really didn't like it. Not because I don't love the person, because I don't want to see that bit, because I'm not interested. Or I might say, oh, actually, I've changed my mind on that. I was naked in the past, and then since I've been in this relationship, like 2 years, I'm happy being naked with the person now. At the moment, I can't see me saying that, because I'm not feeling that way. But, you know, who knows when I'm in the relationship. And so I might share that with you, and share how I went from being kind of like, oh, I don't want that, to changing to like, actually, I'm comfortable with that, and this is what I did. So the emphasis is more on me and how I feel, rather than them, if you know what I mean. But, you know, if they didn't mind, you know, if they were like, you know, if they were like, oh, well, you know, it might be the same for them, that they're not interested in nakedness, and then they change their mind as well. And I would kind of explain to you how that happened for us, so that it could help you. But obviously, there'll be a certain amount of things in the relationship that I won't tell anyone, because it's mine and their secret. And that's part of a serious, committed, loving, bonding relationship. But I want the freedom to be able to say it. I mean, I know, for example, I've got one really good friend. I know that he trusts me so much, Like, I'm not in a relationship with him, I'm just friends with him. But you know, I put my mind in relationship scenarios. If I know that if I was in a relationship with that type of person, that he would trust me totally to just pretty much just be myself and carry on these videos like I usually do. He won't be telling me don't say this, that and the other. You know, he just trusts me enough to know the right thing. And yeah, hopefully I'd never say the wrong thing. I can't say I'd never say the wrong thing because something could happen, you know. I'm not perfect and I do cock up occasionally, or more than occasionally sometimes. But, you know, I try to be really fair as much as possible with, you know, people, I hope. So anyway, I hope this video has been useful, helpful, insightful for you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you so much for watching. I know, again, I've gone into a lot of detail. I kind of recapped halfway through the video, and then I went into some more expansion of things afterwards, because I think it's really important that you hone down all the important points that you must look for in a relationship, and you know, the signs and the things you need to look for in order to stop, you know, yourself from heartache and heartbreak, you know. And so I'm going to quickly say the 5 things again for my piece of paper. I've got notes this time. The attitude towards a relationship needs to be positive, good, and really wanting the relationship. They need clarity on their goals, ambitions and dreams, their life, their self, what they want. They need to be open and honest and not playing hide and seek in games. They need to be self-analysing their weaknesses and strengths and developing themselves to get better at their strengths and to improve their weaknesses and flaws. And they need to be self-aware, so they know that they're not perfect, so they can say sorry. They need to be not narcissistic, not, you know, manipulative, but very kind, open, honest person, and who wants a relationship because they're passionate and excited about it, and they think, yes, I'm going to put time, effort and energy into that person. I'm going to make it work with them because I respect them, I love them, I care about them. They're a big part of my life, and there's something I'm being adult about, and I really, really want to be with. Anyway, until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's, and I will see you on the next video or live stream. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share it, because I know this video is going to help so many people. I wish I'd known this information years ago, because it would save me a lot of time, heartbreak and pain from getting with the wrong person. Anyway, lots of love to you. Take care, and I'll see you on the next live stream or video. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe below